Hello, Internet. Today we're going to do something a little bit different to what I usually do, which is my Let's Plays, only briefly. Today I'd like to talk to you lot about something called Maia. Maia is an indie game that's being developed by a bloke called Simon Roth. It's currently on a Kickstarter. The guy wants to raise $100,000, pounds, whatever, to try and get this project off the ground. What is Maia then? And why am I talking to you about it? Well, Maia is a god game. It's very heavily inspired by the old sort of bullfrog games from the 90s, like Dungeon Keeper. If you've played Dungeon Keeper, you might know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's like Dungeon Keeper, but in space, on an alien planet. The basic idea behind the whole thing is that you are running and managing and building a colony on an alien planet that is going to have humans living in it and stuff like that, and you control all the machines in the colony and you build it and stuff like that, and you're kind of, I suppose, this sort of I don't know, this computer intelligence that's running the place, a bit like sort of HAL 9000 or something, you know. And it looks freaking cool from what I've seen so far, and from what I've read, from what he's put up on the page. It looks magnificent. It's got this really awesome kind of 1970s sci-fi aesthetic to it. So think in terms of, you know, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, like Ridley Scott's Alien, two of my favourite films ever. So obviously I'm going to be freaking excited about this. You know, other like sci-fi TV series as well, like Moonbase 3, you know, that sort of thing. It's hard sci-fi, you know, we're not talking like Star Trek here. It's, you know, it's very sort of, it's very inspired by a lot of the sort of the British sci-fi TV series that were on at the time. Like in the some of the colonists in the game, for example, will be carrying around weapons which were used by the British Army in the 1970s, except like updated a bit to make it look a bit more applicable to the future and stuff. So it's, you know, if you know what I mean, like it's kind of like how Fallout is based on 1950s sci-fi, with all the robots and the mutants and stuff like that. This is based on 1970s hard sci-fi. I think it looks absolutely amazing, quite frankly. I'm really excited to see this get off the ground, and really excited to try and play it. I'd really like to see this succeed, because we haven't seen anything like this in a long time, and I think it'd be really awesome. It looks fantastic. I mean, I think it's just brilliant. Like a game of that style, where you basically are a computer intelligence running this colony in outer space, where you've got to defend it from, you know, alien creatures that might try to attack your colonists, or you know, just environmental hazards like earthquakes and such, that sort of thing. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's also very heavily inspired by Dwarf Fortress. You know, it's kind of almost a cross between Dwarf Fortress and Dungeon Keeper, and even The Sims, in fact, because the colonists are going to have like personalities, they're going to have emotions. You're going to have to balance these out, a lot like the dwarves in Dwarf Fortress, really, and like in The Sims, you know. So I think it looks really good. So why am I doing a video about this then? There's plenty of Kickstarter projects out there that I like the look of, you know, after all, like Star Citizen, that looks like it's going to be pretty fantastic, for example. But why am I talking to you about this? Well, it's got 2 days left of the Kickstarter. It's got 2 days until the end of the sort of donations period, or whatever it is. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with Kickstarter, in all honesty, so I'm not quite up to date in all the parlance involved. But anyway, basically the period by which you can pledge to it is over in 2 days, and you need a minimum of 100,000 to get this off the ground. I mean, if it gets more than that, there are loads of different extra things you can do with the money to add to the game, and he has a list on the page of all these things as well. These are stretch goals, I think they're called. But basically he needs 100,000. There's 2 days left, and right now he's got £92,381, and he has a pledge goal of £100,042. With, well, it says 3 days to go, but it's really 2, because I think the timer for it is in America. So basically what I'm saying is, I would really love to play this game. I've already pledged to it. I've got myself alpha access, a digital download of the game on completion. I would have paid him more, but unfortunately I couldn't afford it right now. There are loads of different rewards he's got as well, like other Kickstarters, for how much, depending on how much you pledge, you know. It, quite frankly, it looks really awesome so far, and I would really like to see it succeed. And you know, I don't have a massive amount of pull on YouTube, but I feel it's my duty in this case. It's my duty to sort of put this out there and tell you guys about it, and see if I can convince at least one or two of you to try and, you know, throw a few dollars his way, because this guy really needs it, and he really freaking deserves it. The work he's done already looks fantastic, and this could be a really, I think this could be a really huge hit if it gets finished. We're talking like, this could end up very much being kind of like an FTL kind of thing, where, you know, it ends up in the freaking top 10 Steam games list, because it looks like it's going to be amazing fun. But anyway, yeah, so that's basically it. Just one little quick video I wanted to put out there and sort of spread the news about this amazing game. So hopefully some of you will decide to try and pledge to it as well if you like what you see. I'm not ordering you now, go and pledge, my minions, go and pledge and do my bidding at all or anything like that. If you don't like the look of the game, by all means don't freaking pledge towards it. That's not how Kickstarter works at all. So, but if you agree with me, if you think this looks awesome, that by all means go over there, pledge something and help out. So yeah, that's everything. See you later, guys.